and um, the land was going to try to expedite your guys' meeting with. Excuse me. With the Lord. Let me get his name real quick. That went too far. Uh, with Lord Dead. But as he's on mark mode right now, that particular effort is kind of frozen.
Alright, so what does that leave us to do otherwise?
Um, well, you when you initially came and warned about things, messages were sent. I mean, you could even without the land. I mean, you could go and try to um, try to arrange a meeting, or maybe even ask around what it would take to actually get a meeting.
Okay, yeah, so we have the two least sociable characters trying to do that as an option, or was there any other obvious options?
Well, I mean, you guys haven't really been here before,
Well, yes, that
so
was more of a, okay, what's going on now that, possibly requires doing? Is there any other obvious, hooks, as it were, that might be more inclined with our skill set?
Well, I mean, I can be social so long as someone's actually watching what someone's actually helping me watch how I say it to people.
I do want to point out that whenever there is the idea of our social characters are gone, that speaking does not always necessitate a skill roll.
I'm not disputing that, but we have the person that's routinely talking about murder, and the guy that, gets beaten over the head with racism constantly and is a man of few words. So they are not the best at dealing with, even without the factoring in skills, just by personality, they are not the best with dealing with other people.
No, that's fair. And
they are both men of action, not talking.
Right. And I only comment like that because usually when I hear that line, it's, well, I'm not proficient in this skill.
Yeah,
so I'm just pointing out that saying hi and asking plain questions doesn't require a skill check. That being said, okay, your particular reasoning is quite valid.
Right. Which is why it's like I'm not saying we won't end up doing that. I'm just, okay, given that we were just in the middle of an attack and might still be in the middle of, the city getting attacked, is there any other options going on that might, be better useful for our particular talents?
I can speak as long as I have like someone who can tell me, hey, you probably shouldn't say this sort of stuff to these people. Which I feel that Ash can probably like elbow me in the side and be like, hey, don't say that sort of stuff here. And I'm like, oh, okay, so
if we end up in that situation, yes, I can in theory do that. Again, more just checking if there are any other options first.
The two of us can make one reasonable person.
There are areas where fighting is being wrapped up, and the soldiers, the guards, are dealing with kind of seeing what's salvageable in areas.
Okay.
What else you got? I don't think you guys are particularly useful. Would not be particularly useful in not negotiating, but assisting with the troll talk.
Definitely not. Again, if
Since
we're not even
that's-
sure we can get ourselves in the door,
that's
we're
more-
definitely not going to be useful in outright diplomacy.
Yeah. Hmm. Now, basically, the battle's winding down. At this
Okay, so
point.
that's what I was confirming. The battle is done, so
Yeah, it's like
basically the only viable, actionable thing to move anything forward is trying to talk our way into the building. Okay, in which case, I know Ileana will probably want to break off to deal with, helping in the first aid tents or whatever. Probably should have Mr. T escort Sura back to the ship at this point, now that it's actually safe to escort her back to the ship.
Okay.
And I guess that leaves Ash and Kyoki to try to get into the meeting.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Well, in terms of trying to get that meeting provided you guys actually given who's with you, even starting to look into that the pistolier that was with you that the guards referred to as Hardhammer will comment. Don't exactly think you're the right class of people to be getting into the upper city.
As in an upper class rich thing, or the fact that we are over 5 feet?
Well, being shorter would help, but more so that you're not your chest isn't big enough, and she makes a gesture indicating like chest of gold or whatnot.
Yeah, we're not rich enough.
No. I am aware of of a few options I'd be annoyed with, but may help the lot of you.
Such as?
Well, for some, it wouldn't exactly be unknown that there was an attempt of a warning, and from what I gathered from when you were talking with the guards, that the guards of the wall, that was you guys.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Which means you inherently would have likely attracted the attention of a few people. Off the top of my head, let me stuff here. Okay. This one is a third one. Second. I think the book is trying to jip me here. Okay. Book is trying to jip me. I need the description on that. But okay. Nope, there we go. It was hiding at the bottom of the same page. I apologize, book. I apologize. Off the top of my head, you would have probably grabbed the effective attention of the Iron Tribunal, the Sept of Car Dragoon. Personally, I think they need a less ostentatious name, but and she'll look around spiritually. And where are you guys right now when you're having this conversation?
I imagine we are still where the last session ended, of standing, in the street there, by the next to the tavern. Maybe ducked off to the side, so we're not in the middle of the road, but
Okay. And she'll conspiratorially around. And the nefarious, the shadowy, the Shield Moot Zero, which I am pretty sure is just a stolen foreign word strung together.
okay, so the local underworld, my experience, Sept tends to be a religious organization, so the underworld, the church, and the tribunal would be...
Not so much a church as doors with soft hands.
Here to elaborate.
My understanding is that they is that they read a lot. Though I'm sure they have,
Okay, so the academics.
I'm sure they have to do something that is, hardy and not lazy. I just don't know what that is.
Okay, so the academics, not the religious types. Okay.
Yep, and the tribunal.
Which is...
Oh, a group I'd probably be with if I didn't want to, if I wanted to be tied down somewhere. A combination of people who do the very complicated process of law, and some lower caste people that proclaim themselves freedom fighters and wanting to keep the trade ports open to all, versus some others who want to keep it a bit more narrow.
So the local self-imposed militia, the underworld, or the academics.
Yeah, don't exactly know much in the way of the individuals of those groups, though. Again, I'm sure they're gonna send someone once the beginnings of the situation reach their respective ears, provided the sound isn't stopped by their beards.
Okay, well, from what you know of the different groups, is there one that you think might be particularly open-minded to, one, getting us upstairs, as it were, and two, the idea of helping to figure out the idea of the coexistence plan our captain was pitching?
Well, also keep in mind that if you agree to either of their outreachings, whatever those may be, essentially they would be getting the clout of dealing with the people who gave some advance warning.
I understand that. That's, again, why it's like, okay, is there, from what you know of the groups, I don't know, is there one that you particularly recommend? Do you think again be more open to this idea without causing too much trouble?
Well, I don't have enough alcohol to do that level of thinking.
Okay. Should we step into the bar then? Would that help?
Oh yes, that'd be great.
That'll lubricate the wheels, as it were.
Okay. Nope, nope, normal, no disadvantage. Well, you inflict some disadvantage. Okay, you guys can, you guys will head on in, then, let's see, Sarah is on with you guys.
We're sending her back to the ship, yeah, because
ship.
I can't imagine she'd be very useful in, this particular scenario.
The mob will be clamoring over here. With things having died down, the militia patrons, the patron militia of the distillery tavern inn, have calmed down enough to allow regular business operations, even though there's technically battle cleanup going on.
Hmm.
But Markheimer will order a few drinks for herself, and then give some thinking. For the average, not bad, not bad. Okay, and the question was basically who would be the better group for you guys?
It's like, well, again, it was like, who's the least likely to screw us over? Who is the most, it's like, who is the most trustworthy, as it were? Do you think it would be the most open-minded to the concept we're trying to pitch here?
Okay. So I'm reading about the groups real quick. Okay. Now, from what I'm aware, what would be most helpful to your position would be the Iron Tribunal. The I it's pretty much confirmed that they have some kind of tie um to Lord Daga, though don't expect anyone to actually confirm that. And they're about keeping trade fully open anyway, which would inherently be a benefit to well, to you, given I take it from what I caught that you're a trade ship of some kind.
I mean, we're adventurers, so trade is one of the things we deal with. We also do contract mercenary work, foster slaying, etc.
Yeah, so I don't know much.
Actually helped liberate Corvus from the Return of the God King this month.
Really?
Hmm.
Huh. That true.
Yeah. I mean, we were very smallly involved. It was, the whole city was fighting, but we were there. We participated.
Clearly, news doesn't necessarily get past.
Yeah, again,
Yeah. Okay. But let's see the Sept of Card Dragon would probably be more in line with that guy over there. She's referring to Farron as a member of the Gold Soul. Given that from what I'm remembering, thanks to this lovely stuff, is some tie to archaeology, and that's probably what they do
they're
to
archaeologists.
not all have soft hands. Like, they had to do something?
So, like the rest of you, they dig, but they dig looking for specific things as opposed to ore.
Yeah, they're I think they're within the um within the within kind of the sphere of influence. I heard they were actually based outside the wall, but I'm not 100% about that. Um, but yeah, those would be my recommendations. I don't know much about Shield Mood Zero at all, aside from the fact that they're shady depending on who you talk to. I personally think they're great people to buy from, and as people just not trusting merchants.
So the shady merchants, the self-imposed militia, or the archaeologist.
Yeah. Again, since I don't know much about Children Zero, can't say much about them. But based on what would seem to benefit you, I'd say either the Sept or the Interview.
All right, Kyoki, of those options, is there one you would prefer to treat with?
Hmm. None of them sound particularly promising to me. Um, trying to base it off of urgency and um,
No, from what Rodhammer is thinking, any of these three groups would have the clout to get you into into a meeting.
Yeah.
Now she's pretty sure that it might be an exchange of some kind.
Right. So it's just a matter of who do we feel better off dealing, like we get the best deal from. Let's say the mercenary militia crew, the archaeology academic types, or the slightly shady businessmen.
Now, something I would like to point out.
I feel like the slightly shady businessmen, obviously, are the ones most likely to have a heavy quid pro quo.
Yeah, because the as a criminal Kyoki, I mean, you would probably have a good chance to find out more information about these guys if you wanted to inquire. But,
okay.
or
what would I roll for that?
To make inquiries, or just to see what you know off the top of your head?
I guess to see what I know off the top of my head.
Okay. I'll I'll go with history because I was thinking history also kind of covers excuse me, what the what old D&D Pathfinder would call like local lore and stuff.
Hmm.
Gee.
Ah, okay. You are aware. Hmm. You are aware that they uh, occasionally have rare items that are available if you don't ask for a certificate of authenticity because there are some items that they cannot provide those for. Um, so at the very least, you're pretty sure that that among the merchant types include fences, but they don't sound a lot of detail beyond a confirmation of their shadiness versus a rumor of their shadiness.
Hey, I mean that's the start.
You're unaware of any assassinations related to them, though you don't know much about them as a group anyway.
Okay.
At least with that, wasn't that 11? Yeah. You know what? You know what? You do have you do have stun points with that. Would any of the stun points be able to help you?
Let me see.
Because 2 1s counts as doubles.
Let me see. This exploration, I would assume. What is this? Exploration or
Hmm.
it's not a spell.
I could see.
It's not a
I could
role
see it being
play.
under. I could see it being under exploration or roleplay. I just wasn't sure if there was anything in the Sunpoint area that would be of use.
Hmm.
Might not be.
Let's see. That makes me wonder. You may immediately make another skill roll at no additional cost to discover more information about your surrounding. The bonus test must use a different skill from the first test, however, and double bonus bonus to know your bonus. Oh, okay. Let me see.
Keep in mind, you guys do have 4 hero points, which can be used to
Yeah.
give you a D6 skill buff if you want to make that 11 a bit higher.
Um, let's see. Maybe I roll history, and since I roll history to know that, since I roll history to now know that they are actually shady and not just supposedly shady, maybe an investigation roll to try to delve deeper into that.
Um, Given they haven't been here before, that would probably be asking around. But you are in a bar situation, so you could do that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll say since I know they're shady, I can probably act. I'll say seeing as how since I know they're shady now instead of assume that they are, then I can actually like narrow down and be like, hey, okay, I can actively look for hey, you criminal, you shady person. I don't have to pretend like I no longer have to act under the assumption that they might be good, they might be bad. I know that they're bad, so now I can actually probably ask bad people about it.
Yeah, if you want to make like a investigation roll, as you said, to kind of just do a quick, you know, a quick information gathering around of the various dwarves and stuff here.
So, are you going to screw me over too? Significantly better.
Ooh, yeah. Yes, that is. Okay, with that and asking around, Shipment Zero, isn't isn't just a group of merchants, and fortunately, the more shady people here recognizes recognizes you as another shady person.
Shade recognizes shade.
Yeah. Um. Let's see. They are a group of they are a group of outcasts, um, essentially, um, and are a bit more than just shady merchants. Shield Book Zero is um, actually more of a spy ring. Um, uh, Primarily dealing with information and some amount of espionage, which also probably explains how some of the more unusual items get on their market. They obviously have a tension with the City Watch.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and with that role, you're also aware um, that that there is a there is a little bit of turmoil going on with Shield Move Zero, um, though the people you're talking to don't know exactly what it is. Just that there is something that is causing internal tension within the group. Yeah, that's what you're able to find out by taking a bit to talk with the talk with people here. Um, were there any other questions that Ash had for Rodhammer while Kyoki is doing the kind of rounds around the building?
Yeah, he'd be asking, like, about the people we're being, the not necessarily the organization, but the people we're trying to get into Sin. I was like, what you know about, the people we'd be trying to deal with.
I think you're talking about the Lord versus
Yeah, the Lord, maybe the people directly, the leadership of the town that we're in
Yeah.
theory, going to be trying to deal with.
Okay.
I was like, what are we getting into here?
Okay. Well, the Lord himself is in when Lamar Hall, which is a really fancy home that she kind of scoffs about. Um, Need no information. Okay. Hmm. Okay. She's also aware that the Lord is Lord Dagat is for um is seemingly for the idea of keeping trade keeping trade open.
Okay.
Um uh um however, there are some powerful groups within the within Fort Hollow that aren't in agreement with that. So you essentially have a situation that while the Lord Dagot is in power now, um, there is enough political uh, political issues going on that don't necessarily touch on the lower class folk that is putting that in jeopardy. Uh, you will notice that there are some people within earshot who don't seem to appreciate her talking about such things, that they aren't getting up to actually do anything about it at the moment. So let's see. She does point out that Dagot is a recent lord of Far Hollow. Um, for almost a century, um, the clan of Gil Harun um, was in control of Far Hollow, which as you can imagine means that people were used to a certain kind of rulership for a while. As he is the lord, the closest thing we have here is there's advisors that I'm sure he has. But I'm sure all this political and power vying will only affect you as much as you want to involve yourselves with it.
Hmm.
For instance, I wouldn't be surprised if the former clan uh, was trying to dethrone Daggett, as it were. I don't have any evidence of that. It just would make sense given some of the attitudes around here. Um, um, sure, so I know that was kind of broad, but did that answer your question at all?
A little bit, but doesn't entirely give me a sense of who we'd be talking to, but that's fine.
Well, I mean, um, she's pretty much mentioned that he's at least for open trade. Which
Well, yeah, I mean that's
is
his politics, but I mean, it's like, do the people think he's honest? Does he seem to be, do they think he's, even if he is new, is he a good ruler? Do they like him? Has he, been like spiking the taxes and everybody hates him?
Okay, that's a little bit.
It's like, are we
Okay.
looking at like a good and honorable man? We're looking at a dishonest man? We're looking at a guy who's like, is just way over his head and has no idea what the fuck he's doing?
Okay. That gives me a little bit more to go on than just reading paragraphs of information off to you would not be fun.
No,
So-
yeah, it's just trying to get a sense of, it's like, okay, going into, like the trade thing, it's like, okay, so he's used to dealing with foreigners and non-dwarves, so we're not going to have to, in theory, the inherent racism, problem won't be a thing.
Okay. There we go.
And if he's new, again, how they feel about the previous leadership is like, we like this guy, we hate this guy, we like the old guys better.
Yeah. There are some people who there are people who find that Lord Dagot is on the softer side of rulership, given that Tag Laroon were like martially stronger.
Hmm.
From a public standpoint, the general people don't consider him a particularly particularly oppressive ruler.
So not as militant, which means he's potentially open to this peace idea, not disliked. Mm.
Okay. Okay. He does have a daughter who is heir. Let's see. Though, like many here, expect your meeting to include the idea of some form of exchange.
Oh yeah.
Like they want a chicken?
It's probably going to be a "we're do this for you, you do this for us" kind of thing. I don't know if they, I mean, they might want a chicken. We want to bring a chicken instead of a bottle of wine or something. That might work.
I mean, people seem to really. Maybe apparently we have like one of the only chickens. Let's say we have like chickens and a rooster. And apparently that's just unheard of. So that must be tough, I suppose.
Well, I can't imagine they get many chickens under the mountain here.
Yeah, Kyoki can return to the table at this point. Something else you would have caught by just asking around is apparently many of the people are wanting the battlefield cleanup to be done swiftly. Um, 1 moment. Um, uh, Due to something called half-axe.
Okay, what's half-assed?
Um, Ronheimer immediately has the answer to that one. This slams down her L in part. This battle came on the eve of a traditional festival.
Mm.
And I didn't really mention it because obviously you guys are going to be staying here for a bit, given the interest in Lord Daggett. So, unless you have something on your on schedule for later that needs to take you out of here.
Not that I'm aware of.
Ah, good,
Yeah.
good. Then, provided you aren't dragged into anything uh, too precarious when dealing with the people wearing gold and having lots and lots of rings, then enjoy the drinks and the games. Though you are kind of tall, all of you, so you need some of them you need to be this short to run.
Mm. Oh, so the kid will probably love him.
So it sounds like your friend here may have come back with some information.
Mm-hmm. What do you got, Goose?
Yeah.
So, well, say this is the information in regards to the what do you call it?
Uh,
So stuff I found while searching around, right?
yeah, Shield Mode Zero, the shady people.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
I will go ahead and relay that back. Let's see what else. Let's see. I'll say yeah. I'll go ahead and relay the info back to folks. Do I I'm trying to remember? Do I have a do I'll say would I've gotten any ideas to like, for lack of a better term, hours of operation?
Um, if their hours of operation are
I mean, are there times where they usually do more of their, more of their dirt? Is what I mean. It was like, are they more active during certain times of day?
their hour of operations are do they do you see one of their merchants around?
Okay.
That's kind of their hours of operation. That being said, with the half axe festival um, um, coming up, you will likely have no issues finding them.
Okay.
And as a reminder, there is currently some form of internal issues going on with them at the moment.
Gotcha. Okay. Um, I say, yeah, I'll let them know we will probably be running it. I say we'll probably be running into them. Um, I say we'll probably be running into them over time. So treat they're going to be at the. I say they're more than likely going to be at this event, so we can treat it as such.
So you want to use them as our angle of getting an audience?
Possibly. They are incredibly shady, so might be able to work out something underhanded with them, maybe.
Well, I guess we'll see what the asking price is then. I guess, because we do have some standards around here.
Okay. In that case, here we go. Because you guys have been asking about them, unless there's anything you guys want to discuss over the table at the moment, I was gonna skip, say, an hour or so.
Okay.
Okay.
And because you were asking about them, um, provided you guys are still in the same general area,
Mhm.
there, there is a, well, does anyone have a thieves camp, by the way?
I believe Brian does.
He says, anyone have what?
Thieves can't.
He um the actual um what is that, like a language or
Well, technically, that's a language. Usually is provided by the rogue class.
well, I'm not a rogue, so
True, but because it's technically a language, I wasn't sure if due to your background you were
yeah.
able to snag
I'd
it.
say background or something else. Yeah.
Yeah, no, languages, Abyssal, Common, Draconic, Infernal, Yoken.
Okay.
Okay. In that case, then
Yeah.
you guys will eventually notice that one of many dwarves comes in. That's not to be too unexpected. However, um, one does who was nearby uh, does look mildly annoyed before they're saying, "Hey, hey, you guys,
Hey, you guys.
you tall people."
Hello.
um, he'll go over to y'all's table. Um, I represent a group of individuals that were rather impressed with um, your efforts and involvement in the troll issue just a few hours ago. One of our associates has a bit of a has a bit of a issue that you seem to have the skill set to be able to handle.
Listen.
I'm sure there are things you need that my, those I represent may be able to, or rather will be able to help you with. Um, because you have that trading ship, I assume you're wanting to get the best deals, and the best deals would involve getting into the, well, higher, more well, less rowdy part of the city. And if you haven't tried already, I'm sure you'll find it be um, quite difficult to do without some local assistance. If I'm wrong, of course, then I'm sure we can come to some other arrangement.
Yeah.
Mr. T will comment more directly to the guy. Could you speak? Could you speak it? You speak it in any more kind of vagaries? And the dwarf will, look over at him. Business is vagaries, my dear fellow, until the details of the business starts getting filled in. So, would you be willing to help a associate of ours in exchange for some service that we could provide you?
Looks like Kyoki. I think we might be at least willing to hear the offer, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. What do you have in mind?
Well, and he goes to reach over for one of Rothammer's drinks, but she brings the butt of a pistol down in his hand. Down. Mm. Ah. Um. One of our associates by the name of Locke has gone out to do some business with us, but has not yet checked in. He's a rather stubborn um uh goblin like individual, but is usually punctual. You'd be doing those represent a rather large favor if you were to venture out and return our associate unharmed. I do, of course, know where that is, but outing such a location to people who are maybe going to assist us carry its risks. So in short, it's a request of a rescue operation.
I think we can swing a rescue up.
Okay. Rescue op seems decent.
Well, I hope you weren't expecting something nefarious.
Yeah, never know.
Of course not.
Oh well. He goes to reach for one of our Hammer's drinks again, which she'll just take the mug of ale and just like down it, just so there's nothing for him to drink. But he'll with a little bit of a disappointed look in his face for just a moment. Well, in that case, you'll need to be heading towards the Grimkin Desolation. Warhammer will comment. You know, nothing that has desolation in its name is a good thing. Okay. Now, Mr. Shield, speak up. And what exactly is this place? The guy's about to say something when Rodhammer speaks up. Was used to be a uh, really green, green place. The kind of place where you can get all kinds of herbs, and all kinds of things to eat if you didn't like meat, or you wanted to marinate meat. I vote the second one, by the way. Ugh. Hmm. And there was a big old battle there till one of the Stone Lords decided to be an ass and not reinforce their allies. Um, kind of cutting her off. Is the representative. Yes. As what I was saying, a great battle. Betraying the Edicts of Oath. Um, very sad. Very devastating to land. Big fight. Um, and traitors tell no tales. Yada. The history of the place doesn't really matter. What matters is that Locke is there and has not reported back. Unless you find that he's not there, in which case you let us know. Oh, that's oddly specific, Gabe. Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be a yep. Yeah, it's gonna be a an area versus say a building. So no hiding around corners. Ugh. But yeah, sounds simple enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I will be here if
Directions.
right. I'm talking to outsiders here. Yeah. Right. I will say they're tall. You can tell no dwarf's that tall. Um, how tall are Ash and Kyoki?
I believe Ash is taller than
Ash is
Yoki.
5'9", probably 5'10" if you count the helmet.
Um, Yoki's 5'7". Yeah, Yoki's roughly around like 5'6", 5'7".
Okay. Um. Uh. She'll um. She'll get up onto the table and like stand on the table next to Kyoki. Okay. Well, I guess I'm taller than this one. But yeah. It'll give you the representative will uh give you directions on where you need to go. Hmm. Just don't get lost. Okay. Yeah, I'll be over there at the table, or whenever if you come back. Though if it takes longer than 2 days, I'm going to assume that you got eaten by trees or something.
Your treesy people here.
No, but if you don't come back, then what else could have happened?
Sounds like they gave us directions. So yeah, sounds like we need to prep for a trip.
Yep, sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. Okay, so is there any particular kinds of preparations you guys are wanting to go to get?
Make sure we got rations, which we do.
Yeah.
Probably go collect my horse. Hello? Okay.
Hmm.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can hit the boat for some rations if you want. Boat has a ton of them.
Yeah. Know where we're going.
Yeah.
Yes. Hit the loot crate for some rations.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Let's see. I have most of my stuff. I've got my tent. Yeah, food rations, tent, healing potions. Do you need anything in particular?
Trisha's going off to get food.
Okay. I'll also take a lantern.
A lantern, okay. Like a special kind of lantern, or just a regular old playery lantern?
Just a regular old lantern.
Mhm.
Because I don't think, any either. I don't know his spells, but I don't think either of us has any, light spells.
Sounds good. Woo! Ah. Mm. Um, do you have the highest survival? You know?
Um, my survival, I don't believe is my survival is 7. I have a +7 survival.
Okay. Okay, because I'm going to be asking for a for survival check in a second. I was just wondering if it's something that could easily, easily like, hey, yeah, roll, roll this or not. But okay, that's not what's the problem.
Hmm.
Um, I'm just kind of thinking if you wanna roll it just so we can have kind of certain rolls done ahead
Sure,
of time, we certainly can. Um,
definitely. Survival. What? Fuck. Yeah, at least I
13.
got some point. What's wrong with these double ones?
Okay. When you said +7, I wasn't expecting that number.
Neither was I.
Okay. Can you roll again,
Um,
please?
uh,
Okay. Cool. Where is... Okay. Okay, I can't really do much further until Trish comes back. Um, have you heard of a game called Miasma Chronicles? Oh, Trish is back. Thank you. Was there anything you wanted to pick up? I believe our good quartermaster here picked up some potions and rations.
Yeah, it's like, you know, yeah, rations. Again, grabbing my horse because it sounds like we're traveling at least a little bit of a distance. Obviously rounding up like Ileana and the other people, so that Mark mode, have in-game excuse for why Mark mode people may or may not be present.
Good.
Can't think of anything else off the top of my head.
Good. In that case, you guys will write out. As you are heading in the direction, it'll take you 4 hours of traveling through progressively more dense fog, and ground which becomes well, not difficult terrain, harder to walk on. Occasionally there will be glints of metal in the ground.
Interesting.
Eventually, your travel and your search will take you to the area to begin searching around for look. Can can people make me a perception roll with this notice? The fog damage was getting denser. At this point, is shrouding the area rather thickly, obscuring obscuring sight, um, including dark vision, because it's more visual obstruction than the light itself. Um, you will have clear sight within 5 feet around you. After that, it's perception at disadvantage.
So lightly obscured.
Oh, you're sure this.
Cool. My helmet negates lightly obscured.
Oh, my god. It's like nice, good for you.
You said there's a mist or a fog.
Yeah, it counts as lightly obscured, so perception is disadvantage.
Okay.
Your magic warlock vision does not apply here.
Oh yeah. Let's see if I have other bullshit.
Wisdom and innocence.
Just need some perception rolls to see if we can narrow things down. Or survival rolls if you're wanting to look for tracks. Oh, I have a question. Considering her kind of joining your group session, are you taking Rothammer with you?
If she wants to come, I will happily accept her help. Yes.
Okay, keep in mind she's inebriated right now.
I don't know how long it took us to get here to know if that would still be the case or not, but okay. So noted. Okay, Ash 19, Ileana 22. Guess I don't think the mist affects her ears.
Well, of course it does. It's mist, right? It makes sound echo when you hear this foghorn. Okay, you have it. Are you going to be looking around at all, Keothi? If not, that's fine. You could be assisting
Oh
someone
yeah, I
else.
can. Yeah. Hold on. He already has it. He's not affected by it, so I'll go ahead. So perception at disadvantage. All right. That didn't change much.
Hmm. Okay.
17.
Looking around, you have narrowed down the area. And change maps. You'll be noticing that, especially in this area, it's a bit more obvious as to what the metal glints and stuff is. This battleground was a battle using using both magic and the some amount of mechanical technologies of the Republic. So there's like metal machinery, like partially buried in the ground and such, which is what I'm representing here by these bronze bits. Can you guys move yourselves to where you would like to be searching? And who who wants to have well, I guess Ileana could be off our I was assuming she was gonna be with someone. But
See, and we are basically hiding over here. All right, then let
well,
me get on this.
you're supposed to be searching for Locke, the missing contact.
Yeah. I'd want to, I'll say, make sure that our blue mage over here is well hidden, and
Well hidden. Okay. Is she
no, I mean not so much
searching?
well hidden, but I mean not so much well hidden, but out of I'm gonna say I don't want her at the edge of things. Preferably prefer her to be behind me, if possible.
What I'm wondering at the moment is, you guys entered into this area. What are you guys wanting to be for your searching? Because you guys can split up the search different areas of this map. You guys can all move as a single group. I'm not sure how you are doing this.
I'll take the right two tree lump areas. You take the left two.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like this one and this one?
Yeah, the one to the far left, and then the one with the giant mechanical spider you can have, and I'll take the other two.
Okay.
Okay. So what are these again?
Those are large chunks of metal that are effectively acting as scrap scrap walls from the battle that was fought here long ago.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the other thing of looking for tracks and whatnot, that might give us an indication of where the guy went.
Okay.
And I believe we said Ileana was sticking with Kyoki.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. High or low?
Hi.
Okay. Rodhammer's going to be sticking with you. You feel free to. Actually, you were looking for tracks. Let's see. Okay. The kind of pale blue line. Um, matches that of a goblinoid. The yellow lines um are that of boot tracks.
Goblinoid boot tracks or
No.
humanoid boot tracks?
More medium humanoid boot tracks. The goblinoid tracks are like barefoot.
Maybe we'll stick to the goblinoid then for the moment.
Okay. Okay. You see the tracks continue on.
I wasn't sure if I was allowed to keep moving.
Yeah, you can feel free to keep moving if you want. Yeah.
The
There's
line stops there. I'm guessing that's where the tracks stop.
Stops there. Kyoki. You were pretty much guarding Ileana. Ileana primarily using her ears. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And shifting about with her cane.
Okay. Okay. Ash.
Mm-hmm.
Because of your helmeted vision, you are able to see something something green um under under a bunch of scrap. And what is your passive perception? Oh, there it is. Okay, as you are noticing this, you do see something in the fog that you have a feeling you would not normally be able to see. You see this individual.
Taskmaster? And just back once the map there. Looks like the goblin. Maybe. No, okay, I didn't see. Never mind.
One moment.
That guy doing anything? He just hanging out? What?
Okay, so you're just kind of looking.
Well, I saw him, so
Yeah.
if I saw him, I figured I got some information like when I see him.
Yeah. Looks looks scully.
Clearly.
Like it's not a mask. Like it looks
Looks
like
scully.
a bone white
Hmm.
skull.
Again, hence the Taskmaster joke.
Okay. Um. So right now you're just looking at it.
Well, he's just standing there. He's not. Like, he's not.
Well, it's walking through the fog.
Okay, he's just walking around out over there. Okay.
Yeah, it's walking through the fog in your direction.
Oh, okay, in my direction.
Yeah.
That is
And
well,
I
so
see a
just
goblin
looked at
there
it. I was
now,
like,
so I guess I will approach and check the goblin. Because I think that's supposed to be a goblin.
Yep. Underneath the scrap.
It's like, okay, so
Okay,
clear enough to the
well-
scrap, I can check to see if he's alive or whatever.
I'll need an athletics roll if you want to be moving the scrap. So the scrap's
I was
so
just
why
trying to
are
move it
we-
enough to see if I could get to him to like check pulse or whatever. Okay.
I mean, he's
Are we looking at Warhammer eyes?
Warhammer.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, lefty. I like how rugged the rifle is.
Should I take the 13 or the 13? I think I'm going to take the 13.
Okay, we'll begin.
It's the one with some points.
They both have stuck points.
Same.
Yep. Oh, one's got 4, one's got 3.
Big one with 4.
Well, no kidding. But yeah, I just thought it was funny. It's like I rolled 2 13s. They both have stuck points.
Okay, you start moving stuff. And once you start moving things. Oh, this is meh. A series of 3 shots ring out, sparking against the metal that you're moving, and those don't seem to be warning shots. Those just seem to be missed shots.
Hello to you too. Oh.
Can I get a perception roll from Ileana and Kyoki, please?
Is it still a disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay. 14.
Okay. Okay. What about for Ileana?
It's right there.
Right, cool.
Yeah, come on.
Ileana will hear heavy footsteps over here.
Okay. She'll tug on Kyoki's robe and point.
What did I say? It was like, so what? It was like, what have you noticed? What have you noticed, young mage?
druid, and I was tugging and pointing to be quiet, but if we're going to talk about it, there's somebody over there.
Hmm. Well, it must say. Well, if they're over there, and must say, and they're already shooting, chances are they've already noticed us, or at least one of us.
I don't think the one over there is the one that fired.
Okay. Um.
Okay. With the initial opening of fire, could I get initiative, please?
Initiative. Rolling my initiative.
Oh wow, okay, Ash.
Okay. This is theoretically an undead. We will not use the point sword. Instead, we will use the silver sword, because silver for the damned. Does the explodey sword do anything anywhere beyond exploding? I do not believe it does.
Bloody sword.
Blasting day. Target is covered in powder. If ignited, so igniting is separate.
Yep. Unfortunately, the description I'm going to need to give for everyone else is a bit more vague because of the fog. We don't have Ash's helmet.
What I can do, because I'm a dick, is I can add a radiant damage. I don't think radiant ignites the thing. So. No, it's called Bale Fire, so in theory it could. Okay. As we're running up to the guy and drawing, we'll rev the handle on the sword a couple times as he draws it to get the arcane condenser to charge it up with radiant damage. God damn it. One, there we go. $11 with 3. Apparently, I'm getting a lot of 3s. On the stunt ones. Hey, not a 3.
Oh, great. The typing is so happening. Wait, what? Sonic crossing over with DC in Batman Day animated teaser. What? That's a combination.
I mean, I already crossed over with the turtles, so why not?
I was expecting a bit more. Halo: The Master Chief Collection official Halo 3 ODST 15th anniversary trailer. Does that trailer include a Does that include a Halo TV show that is not what we got?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, all those hits.
Okay, I need him to make a Dex DC 15 Dex versus exploding.
Hit 14.
Okay, so the powder charge go off, and I add an additional 14 fire damage.
Is that to each strike? Or...
No, I just did that once.
Okay. Wow, I feel like I have underestimated your ability to dish out damage.
I did come in kind of hard.
Okay. You blast off chunks of armor, sections of bone, um, the undead undead creature wielding um both elven powdered firearm and sword is not looking too good. As a matter of fact, the bone itself is shaking a bit.
Ooh.
9 hit points left.
Okay, I saw the art and thought it was a bit more durable than it turned out to be.
What's the Tristan line? 5E.
Yep, 5e.
What time we're seeing the direction you want, we'll move up one. Do you have that?
Think so.
Hmm.
Not as durable as it looks.
Is it a person?
Skeleton of some kind?
Yeah, looks like Sheldon said that. Okay. She'll have her weapons at the her pistols at the ready. So I'm gonna defend this this buried goblin you found. Okay. Okay, does a 21 hit you?
Second. Three rolls. 21. I believe that just hits. That's not. Hang on. Okay, that's got that 20. 21 just misses.
Okay. Okay. There's another series of shots coming from the west and the southeast.
Is there more shots?
Yes, not from the person, from the being in front of you.
Yeah, somebody else is firing.
So 21, 19, 16 sounds like those miss. Okay. Rockhammer will get hit with a few shots, is able to evade one of them. The barely standing one in front of you, Ash. Will drop their weapon. You will see their rifle break into multiple pieces when it hits the ground. And go in for what is effectively a bone clawed, because it doesn't have any flesh at the moment. Bone clawed swipe and kick, followed by the drawing of and slashing of a sword. what you were saying before, the 21s don't hit you.
The 21's just miss.
Okay. Okay. Warhammer will return fire because she has held action. Does some damage to the one behind cover over there. Liliana!
Um, um, um. Okay. So she's going to cast Dimensional Shove on Kyoki to move him 30 feet closer to the source of the noise. Or up to 30 feet closer. If it sounded a little bit closer than 30 feet, she... But yeah, she's trying to move him to where she estimated the noise was. With, or up to 30 feet closer.
Okay. So,
And she will use her bonus action to activate Nature's Mantle, which is while you're in an area that is lightly obscured, you can hide as a bonus action, even if being directly observed, to kind of use her druidic, Shari abilities and affinity to walk with water to become effectively more mist-like, to kind of blend in a little bit.
okay.
Yoka's gonna be like, it's gonna take some getting used to.
So she just kind of uses a gust of wind to shove Kyoki 30 feet that way, and then just kind of fades into the mist a little bit. Or at least attempts to.
Shut.
She's going to use her ridiculous dope monk movement to try and take cover by this thing.
Okay. Kyoki, now that you're a bit closer, you can discern in the fog a large, erected-looking metal construct that is probably rushing and not very usable at the moment. Kind of looming, looming and taking some position within the branches of the tree in terms of its main body, but its legs do reach the ground as something you could get have cover from if you wanted to.
Okay.
You of course see the silhouettes of the figures and the fighting going on around Ash and Rothan.
Okay. Okay. Hello.
Bone clacking noises.
My.
Isn't that the Well, trying to move him
Oh
closer than
my.
Ileana heard. Is that the one Ileana heard?
Well, there were shots from two different two different locations. I assumed you wanted to move towards the closest one.
Yeah. Okay. It was just yeah. I thought there was one over by them also. That's all.
There was. I think it ran over
There
here.
was. It moved towards you because it wasn't aware of the other.
Okay.
Hello. Oh my. Oh. Did you kill this thing? I see a skeleton.
He was like that when I found him.
Oh. Why is he still moving?
Actually, there's two of them. There's one about 5 feet north of you too.
Can I see that one?
You can clearly see anything within 5 feet of you, so adjacent to you. Everything else is going to be silhouettes in the fog.
So this is a silhouette in the fog.
Is it more than? Okay, yep, it's 10 feet away. So yeah, it's a silhouette in the fog.
All right. He is outside of my range, so he's a silhouette. Okay.
No, I mean you can. It's slightly obscure. It's not cloaked or anything. So.
It's still a disadvantage, I assume.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Which case, I'm like, okay, well, you seem to have this one. Let's see what I can do with this one. Papa. 19, and I'll take the 18. I said not. I see it's disadvantage. I have to take the worst 18.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, you have to take the worst. If one has stunts and one doesn't, or has less stunts, you got to take the worst.
Okay.
Okay.
Those hit though.
So, okay. Oh, that's good.
Okay, if I may know. Okay. You rapidly poke the thing, rapidly fire the thing. Okay. You kind of poke holes in its armor, not getting flesh and muscle because bone, but do chip away at some of the bone structure.
Far better.
Would anyone like to refill?
I'm good.
I just did. I just did. So,
Okay. Kyoki, not Kyoki. Ash.
Ash.
Okay. Since Kyoki seems to be engaging the one I was engaged with.
I thought he was poking the one up here.
This
Oh,
one.
he's poking that. Okay.
Yeah. This one's almost dead, and I know how you get about being a kill-stealing bastard. So,
I mean, if it happens, it happens. It just gets annoying when it happens every time,
yeah. So I'm about to say that's why I looked at this one. I was like, "Why is this one half dead?" He was like, "He was like, oh, well, I started beating on him." I was like, "Oh, okay." Assuming you didn't start beating
So
on
what
this
you
one,
said,
I
it had 9
can't
hit
see
points,
that.
so the first attack in theory drops it.
Yep.
Okay. The rest of the attacks are to this one down here.
What? Not another 130 point hit?
I didn't burn the radiant charge. So it runs up, clocks the guy, it hooks the Quillians to try and pull his feet out from under him.
Okay. What's the? I believe it's a athletics versus your to hit.
For the stun point,
Yeah, for the disarm.
not prone, just happens. Disarm. Must roll as if you attempted the disarm maneuver. Disarm maneuver. The attacker makes an attack roll opposed by the target's athletics or acrobatics.
Okay. That's 12.
So stunt says 26 plus strength. So 18 meters. So he will send his gun 4 meters this way.
Okay, it flies out of his hands. When it hits the ground and rolls, it breaks apart.
Fragile little thing.
Okay, and you knocked him forward.
Yep.
Clackety clack noises.
Bone and plate mail falling over.
Yucky.
Okay.
Definitely garnered the attention of the one in front of you.
Okay. In which case, no point in being too close. So, if I'm at disadvantage no matter what, then might as well be at disadvantage outside of his range.
Fair.
Can't be doubly disadvantaged. So. Actually, yeah, I'm a step right. I'm gonna step right there. Pa. Oof. Yeah, 27 would have been nice. At least I know 18 hits. So at least 2 of them hit. So I'm not sure if the 16 will hit.
Okay. That 16 does hit. Just barely.
Wow. Shh. Oh shit! Sorry, forgot. Yeah, it's kind of hilarious. Like watching Tristan like fucking wreck people with all this damage. I'm like, me. I'm gonna move over here so I can have some partial cover, as you said.
We'll climb the leg to get on top of the derelict machine, though that took an action to do. With the lack of gun, the undead being in front of you, Ash, will stand up. As it's standing, it will draw its sword in a slashing motion, and continue making slashing motions. 22, 17, 25.
The 22 just hits. The 25 definitely hits.
Okay. It'll perform a lightning attack. 19 on this. However, the hit will it'll use to skirmish you that way.
Okay. Just kind of skids back a little bit.
It's successfully hit twice, so
So he's actually better without a gun.
that damage is totaled magic slashing. So
Knock 5 points off that total because of my armor.
okay, I was wondering if your armor was bypassed by magic weapons.
No, it
Okay.
okay, so it becomes a total of 14.
So we're going to be moving that way. Okay.
In fact, I will double check, but I do not believe so. For the next minute, when you take damage. Yeah, just when you take damage.
Okay. Rothammer will call up. I'm seeing a lot of silhouettes over here. Not sure which one are you. I can just, which one of you wants my guns?
They're probably more useful over there. The big bulkier guys are not us,
No.
as we are not wearing thick-ass plate.
Uh,
Where did I go?
Underneath the south yellow line.
Ah, okay. Yeah, he's blending into the tree.
Bone camouflage. Uh, tell you,
Are they taller than us too?
tell Yokai, you want a hand?
I'm always about teamwork.
Huh. Good, because I was gonna give you my guns anyway.
Oh, feel free to shoot at something. Preferably not me.
Are they taller than you?
Yeah.
They're within the range of a human.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm like, again, 5'10" with helmet. Kyoki's shorter than that. I mean, are they...
Oh,
Like, if I told you to shoot for the tall guys, would they be accurate, or are they bigger than us? I mean, I know they're bulkier than us just based on the art.
They're definitely bulkier than us. So
I'll just say yes.
Okay, yeah, they're bigger than us, so shoot for the big, bulky ones.
Warhammer's bullets are exploding on this machine here as the person's cover. It's enough to prevent her from hitting between that and the fog. Though it's mostly the fog. Leon.
Let's see, nobody's really gotten hurt. All right, guys, you got this. She'll pop a bless on the party to try and overcome the disadvantage.
Okay, nice.
And then fade back into the mist.
Ooh.
Very poorly.
Okay. Anyone want a refund?
No, I'm not gonna get much better than where I am now.
The Ash.
Free weapon master on that. I've been doing that a lot. Running.
Okay. Oh, yeah, we were able to catch up. Well, I mean, yeah, it's not just moving faster than you.
He was only 20 feet away, so it was not.
Okay. Well, I can tell you right now, his current HP is nice.
Okay. The 19 and the 27, because that's a lightning attack, just does 24 twice. I didn't enter an extra damage to, or got to enter an extra damage, really.
Okay. It'll take 3 of your attacks to fell this.
Okay. Nothing else around that I can see, so I guess I will start making my way back towards the down guy. Ileana, we got a man down over there, a goblin down over there under the rubble. Not sure his status yet. Okay.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Keep in mind your target is up on the up in the mechanized unit, so there's some altitude and is being provided some cover.
Okay. Well then. Still gonna shoot then. Alright. Let me see if I can. Oh, wow, nice.
It's a 30 feet
I'm
up.
not sure. Okay. I'm still shooting with Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Don't forget to add your D4.
Okay. So it's let's see. All right. 1d4. So keying it in seems to be a bitch and a half for some reason. Fine. All right, so that 22 becomes a 26.
Okay.
I don't know if I have any stun points on it because I can't seem to
That,
scroll over it.
that does hit with the even with the cover.
Not seeing any stuns?
Not seeing stunts, no.
The 28 would have had stuns.
Yeah. So 22 and 22.
Yep.
All right. see. 1d4. 1d4. Not QD4. What the fuck is that? All right, 1d4. All right. 24. I don't know if the 23 has 10 points.
23 does not have some points. That does also hit. Huh. Why?
Yeah, weird. I guess it finally decides to actually roll decent. Make this a bit easier since they all hit.
Yep. You were able to pass the bonus provided by the cover. On top of
21.
dealing with the fog itself. Okay. There's some crunching noises as metal crumples and hits the ground, and where some like rivets and stuff pop off.
Okay. I'm getting there.
It is a 21 to hit you, Kyoki.
21 does hit just barely.
Okay. Okay. Take 10 piercing and 3 poison damage.
Okay. I must say, in which case, as those bullets hit, like, and like a bit of a howling shriek will come from over my shoulder as this ball of fire goes flying at.
Okay. It in fact, hits you quite powerfully. Enough to skirmish you.
Nice. Okay. I believe he needs a dex save, if I remember correctly.
A dex save, not from this skirmish, no.
No, I'm talking about I'll say hitting it with hellish rebuke.
Ah, okay. 11.
Okay, that is not enough. So you will take 10 fire damage.
Man, disadvantage is hidden for hard.
Now she gets a D4.
Ah, right. Okay.
So,
Okay. One shot does make contact.
16, 19, and 26. No, 16, 16. Yeah, 16, 16, 21. Yeah.
Ilyana?
Um. Get down here where Kyoki can hit you. Gusty trying to pull the creature down. It has to make a wisdom save.
Okay. Are they good at that? Better than one would think. 17.
Doesn't have her DC listed.
What? I'm not sure what a DC is.
Well, I mean, it didn't show. I mean, so it's showing it on the spell when I hit it. Her DC 20. It fails.
Okay.
So she will. Gust of wind will push it, and she will move it. 30 feet, up to 30 feet. Okay, so the wind will push it right about here.
Okay. It takes 8 bludgeoning from the fall.
I mean, it's a teleport. So I'm just describing
Oh,
it
it's
as.
a teleport. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I was just describing it as, wind.
Okay. No refits?
I'm good.
Okay, Ash.
Nope.
Are you wondering whether you should go after the target that's out in the middle of the map or not?
Just deciding how to. Ash will pull a rod from his belt, jam it into the ground. There's a little spike pops out of the bottom.
Okay.
There'll be a rumbling effect along the ground before several icy metallic chains burst out of the ground, attempting to hold the creature down. Roll the 23 to hit because it's a melee spell attack.
It hits.
The creature takes 8 points of magical slashing damage and must make a strength saving throw versus grapple.
13.
Okay, so it is in theory grapple.
Grappled or restrained?
It says grapple.
Okay. Okay. Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
I'll try this again. Yeah. Of course.
Don't forget your D4.
I keep forgetting that. Yep. Let's see. That's 20.
I no longer has cover. So. 19 hits.
Okay. Okay. 23. And 21.
Hits. Not seeing any stunts though.
Okay, of course. 11 force damage. These D10s are trash.
Okay. You blow off more chunks of
That's it.
armor.
Okay. This isn't enough to take him down. I'm just gonna move on to. I'm just gonna move on to the more reasonable magic attacks.
Still up. Still up. You've just been blasting off pieces of armor and occasional bone. Okay, is it for your turn?
I'll step 5 feet back. I'll be at my computer in a minute, but yeah, I'll step 5 feet back.
Okay, if you're actually going backwards, then there's a fallen tree that you'd need to spend.
Oh, no, never mind then. Never mind. I'll just stay where I'm then.
Moves up to you, dropping its weapon.
So you gonna try to punch me?
Bone noises.
Okay. So he's coming in for close combat.
Yes.
Okay, then guarded riposte on the first attack.
Okay, 22.
All right, that is it. Must have a 23 for guarded riposte. So
Okay.
we'll parry the first. I will parry this filthy casual.
Okay. I believe that she also retaliate.
Grappled.
Oh, right.
Wait, he's grappled. What? What's going on?
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
Because they Ash locked him down with some, magic chains. So yeah, he's grappled.
In that case, I'll need to re-roll that last attack because those attacks equal the hit of the gun anyway.
So is he even attacking me at all?
Well, with the grapple, I believe
He can still
you
shoot.
can still shoot.
Well,
Is
the
it,
first you say
disadvantage?
sword.
Isn't it? Well, the source of the grapple is a magic spell, so I guess it would be disadvantage to
It says he is grappled. So grappled, speed 0. Yeah, it doesn't affect his ability to hit. So
Okay. 23, 15, 21.
Okay. Miss, I must say hit, miss, hit. I must say, in which case, if he's shooting at me, I can't guard it or post that.
nope.
So, yeah. So, in which case,
Thank you for the reminder. I'm zooming out enough that the
Yeah.
token icon isn't entirely.
okay.
Visible.
I'm going to what should I do? I don't think I want to get hit by that. I'm going to mislead.
Okay. Is that just an auto dodge or?
Yeah, basically, mislead basically puts like an illusion in my place where I would have been hit, and I just kind of shuffle off to the side while they keep attacking it.
Does it only apply to one attack or more than one attack?
It's for the whole round.
So
let's
all the
see.
attacks miss then.
Yeah, he
Okay.
forces all the attacks to
Yeah.
hit his illusionary self instead.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, let's see. Mislead. You become invisible at the same time that illusory double of you appears where you are standing. The double lasts for the duration, but the invisibility ends if you attack or cast a spell. I can use my action to move my illusory double up to twice my speed, make a gesture, speak, and behave in whatever way you choose.
Okay. There's a sound of gunshots from Rothammer as the one that shot at you, Kyoki,
Yep.
explodes from the explosive
Oh.
bullets.
Okay.
Ah, I think I got him.
The illusion will give a thumbs up.
Let that remind people that I can still shoot after I have some drinks. Is anyone
Looks like
else
he's still
out here
alive.
want some of these pistols?
Nobody else. I don't think anybody else in the crew knows how to use a gun.
I was talking to you. I was talking about any more.
Oh, you're saying one is okay.
Yeah. There's silence.
Well, they weren't exactly very chatty to begin with.
I guess not then. Combat is over.
Right, and I guess we search for search for their comrade.
Probably shouldn't be out here doing all that while buzzed. Hope. Using hand of healing to spend a key point to remove the poison condition, aka drunk.
Isn't drunk
You're
like their
buzzkill.
natural state? Literally. Isn't drunk their natural state?
It may not be their natural state, but it's their favorite state.
It's their awakened state.
It's their awakened state.
Well then.
All dwarves inherently have one level of Drunken Master.
Take this guy out. I don't know if I have to reroll the athletics or the earlier one stands, but
Given that you're no longer under, an unknown threat, you have enough time. You can just do it.
so get out of the way so Ileana can check him.
Hey, David.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
What was that?
Gonna loot.
Loot. Okay.
Yeah, I figure the quartermaster should know how to loot.
Normally we're under like severe duress, so I keep forgetting to loot.
That's his story, and he's sticking to it.
Well, how about it? I'm gonna say normally there's like a lot of stuff going on, or everyone's fighting, people are dying, or everybody's like, stop killing people, I'm like, God damn it, fine. And
Okay. You got a nice amount of gold there. But
Magic weapons too.
yeah.
awesome.
They're rusty. That's where the poison was coming from.
Oh, it's another thing that attacks with tetanus, like the fucking roach guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, more roachy weapons. You said, are any of them swords?
Yeah,
They're more
it's right there in
tetanus
the
swords?
chat. 69 gold, 2 rusty +1 long swords, and 2 carbines.
Fuck, they're long swords. Shit, I can't use them. Oh well.
But we can sell them.
Ileana does not need a roll to know that this individual is quite not alive right now.
Like recently deceased or like very deceased.
Like missing a part of their torso. Deceased. And it does.
Okay, allow me to amend statement within revivify deceased or.
No. Though
Okay.
this individual also does not match the description of Locke.
Okay, so this is a different goblin. Okay.
You will also find something else in your looting, by the way. Oh, sorry. Also, three breastplates. Or yeah, 3 breastplates.
Normal breastplates or magical?
They're regular breastplates.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, so three breastplates for the loot crate.
okay. You also find a portable timepiece. With with the back having engraved on it uh lo, lo, Locke's property, please return. There is some dried blood on this item.
So Whaley's confirmed he went this way. Ash is gonna check this goblin to see if there's any clues for where our goblin went.
Make me an investigation roll.
That's what I was about to do.
Wait, what are you doing?
I'm checking the body to see if there's any clues on it, because it's not our goblin. It might have a note or something on him from our guy. Did you add the stuff to the loot crate there?
I'm in the middle of doing it.
Okay. So don't forget the breastplates.
Yeah. Like don't forget that. Like it's gonna be worth like a shit ton of money.
That's it. They're worth a fair amount.
Okay.
I'd say that's 200 gold apiece. So yeah, that's
Okay.
Okay, the investigating the body. You will um you will find a note.
Yep, there we go.
Um the note is in I think goblins actually have their own language, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in goblin.
Unless anybody here speaks Goblin, which I doubt.
Nope, Brett Hammer doesn't.
Don't know if Farron does.
Hold up. You said
Goblin.
You said but is it written or
It's written in Goblin, yes.
one moment.
And say if you got the eyes of the Rune Keeper or whatever, then you can do it. But
Yes, I do. Eyes of the Rune Keeper. I can read all writing.
I will ask you the note.
Does not have goblin. I think goblins where there's language like bullywug. Okay, nope.
All right, and we'll read the note.
Okay.
Because Warlock says I can for some reason. I sold my soul so I can read books. My dedication to Barnes and Noble knows no bounds. How much does the membership? How much does the membership cost you? Everything. I get 10% off, and it only cost me my soul.
This message is to the the merchants of Far Hollow, Far Hollow. I have found I have found an intact engine in the there we go in the within the Grimkin Desolation. I have given this letter to my partner in case splitting up doesn't work out for me. The second page holds the location in the scrap field where the engine is.
Now they split up. This is his partner. Partner didn't make it. Second page of the letter has a note on where the guy probably is.
As on a location of where the engine was found. Because remember, Locke himself never reported it.
Oh yeah, but it's a fair guess that it's a good place where the engine was located. It probably is a good place to start looking for him.
Okay.
Unless tracks dictate otherwise. Okay, if there's nothing else on the body, Ileana will use Druidcraft to just kind of have, the plants and stuff, like plain, a little bit of ivy or whatever to bury him.
Okay. Sounds good.
Use a bit of scrap to make a marker, just, so. And I guess we will resume pursuit.
Okay.
Does it mean what, another survival to see if I can...
It should be survival if you want to find tracks. Yeah.
Gets down close to the ground, puts his hand down. And we'll guide. Important.
20? Okay.
Ah, yes, guidance. The big old D4 that always rolls a 1.
You will, be finding tracks or be tracking the tracks. It's sometimes a bit difficult when the ground becomes, a piece of outcropped metal and not, actual dirt to hold the track, but you're able to, see where tracks continue and move on. You will eventually get to where the because you were wanting to start off where the engine was, or you purely wanting to follow tracks.
I'm noting where it said the engine. I'm noting the map that came with the thing, but I'm sticking to the tracks because the tracks are in theory currently more reliable evidence than the.
Okay.
I'm just making note of where they said the engine was, as if I lose the trail or the trail turns out to not lead anything useful, starting from the engine might be a reasonable. Because in theory they were both there, so it's like, okay, I know that guy went that way, so this other set of tracks would be.
Okay. Continuing to follow those tracks. The tracks end after, let's see, following those tracks after an hour. On one of the trees in one of the mountains of the scrap field. The tree has a number of small, sharp, but thin cuts and stabs in it.
Like climbing handholds?
No, too thin for that. We're talking like maybe a little bigger than fingernail.
Okay.
Thin, so very, very thin blades.
So probably more likely somebody was probably practicing on the tree or something.
Um,
Or the trees around here really can't eat people.
and
And
that
there's somebody fighting back.
and the indication from the footfalls is that there was rapid movement indicative of a struggle or a fight perhaps. And check.
So there really was a fight at the tree.
Mm, okay, that's what I thought. That's what I'm looking for. Well, it looks like there's a sign of a fight. You only see the goblinoid footprints, and the footprints, make it over to the tree, um, and don't move from the tree. There's no further trail to follow.
Oh.
No response if you're calling out.
Guess we're gonna have to check the tree.
Mhm.
Given the situation, anyone can climb the tree if they want to climb the tree.
Okay.
You will find that within the branches and canopy and stuff of the tree is tree and some squirrels.
No goblin.
No goblin.
Any clues appear as to where goblin might have gone?
Off the cuff, there's no sign that any humanoid weight had even been up in the tree. I believe your passive investigation is insane.
Passive investigation is 26.
26. Okay.
No, 31. Ground advantage.
Okay. Which is what you can tell here. Locke was fighting something that did not leave any kind of footprints, nor disturb the ground beneath it. Given that the footsteps just stop at the tree, and there's no sign that he's in the tree, then Locke has either been felled by whatever it was, or if the combatant was intelligent, perhaps captured.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem to leave a trail, whatever it was.
No, there's no bending of grass or anything of that nature. If the thing did have some sort of VTOL flight, simply picking up Locke and carrying him would effectively have the footprints disappear. And you are not seeing any indication on the ground like something swooped down, grabbed, and swooped off.
Okay. Anybody got any thoughts?
And the tree's not getting us tree's not giving us anything besides that. So
I'm not sure if you have
And-
anything in your bag of tricks.
the and Masa, you said that the dead goblin didn't have anything on it besides the note, correct?
Yeah.
It was a if I don't make it note. And you have Locke's essentially Locke's watch essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of have proof that something possibly quite permanent happened.
Um,
I've got one idea, but
I I have one. Hmm, depends on how people view it, but what's your idea?
well, we got a druid in the party that can you summon or turn into something with the ability to track by scent, and smelling goblin shouldn't be that hard.
Um, that's actually a really good idea.
It's like, oh, is that better than my idea? I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much. My only thing is I have speak with dead, so
Oh, so you
I
want
was
to go back
like,
and talk to the corpse to see if he knows anything?
those are two options. I was like, to talk to the corpse, or having our druid turn into a bloodhound is actually a pretty good idea.
That's it, because we'd have to go, we'd have to travel, we'd have to backtrack an hour to talk to the corpse.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm about to say, having her sniff the watch, and was like, go get her, girl. I mean,
Okay.
that's.
Leon will look around. It's like, okay, 1 second. I don't think. Okay, I'm just using that. Wild shade. Okay. So she's going to turn into use a wild shape charge to turn into a wolf that for some reason is blue. She doesn't know it's not supposed to be blue, and her natural color is blue, so it's just her normal color.
Mordheim will go, oh, I actually kind of like that. Pet, pet, pet.
And whoever has, she'll go to whoever has the watch and start sniffing at the watch.
Okay. Yep, and doing a track by scent.
Yep.
Okay, survival roll for the tracking.
And I guess I will assist by keeping an eye out for visual signs while she's focused on scent. Sadly, she can't guide herself here. That would be.
Well, I can let you know that you're not going to find any visual signs, so I don't see how the
Well, I wasn't sure. Once we got away from here, depending on what happened to him, like in your ghost intangible thing, maybe the body hit something and might have left a sign.
Fair. Okay.
Not a survival. Does have advantage. Survival is for spirit. Actually, there's no point in me assisting if she's already got advantage. Survival is wisdom. Okay. 16. A 16, I think. That's 6 points. Definitely gonna go speedy because this guy's clearly in trouble. And that makes me wonder, just in case she has to. No, object of attention. Just in case she has to make a follow-up check to get the +1.
Okay. The sun will be leading through the fog. Still no visual signs. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. An hour will pass.
Is that a speedy search or?
Okay, half an hour will pass.
There we go.
As you will find yourself reapproaching the Far Hollow, where the goblin scent gets overshadowed.
Okay, so he was out and about, found some kind of engine, got jumped, and brought back to town.
Yes. By something that clearly does not leave any kind of tracks.
And we don't have a picture of the guy or anything, so it's not like we can go around at. You know.
I mean, you have like a verbal description. That's how you were.
Yeah.
You were able to tell that the deceased goblin wasn't the same goblin.
Yeah, so we can try asking around, but without a visual, it's going to be harder because for a lot of people, all goblins look very similar. So
yeah, because remember your task here, was essentially find out what happened to the person is essentially what your task was.
Well, we found out he got jumped and kidnapped by something floaty.
By something floating, yes.
Which indicates probably magic, because at least I imagine in Ash's experience as an artificer, if nothing else, non-magical floaty probably would have disturbed the earth in some capacity, like a hovercraft fan or something.
Or
Would have disturbed the grass or whatever. Or somebody using like wind magic to float. How you would have gotten a hovercraft probably would have disturbed the.
Yeah.
So we're looking at like telekinetic or ghosty, floaty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So magically inclined, kidnappy people.
Sounds like fun.
Veta have any thoughts on who might fit the bill for magically inclined kidnappy types in regards to wanting something that the was it the shields of something?
The
I want to say shield foots, and I don't think that's right.
it's I think it's Moot Shield 0.
Yeah, meat shield 0. Yeah. It's like of their various rivals, anybody you think would fit the description of a group using magical floaty?
Well, the Seps with their big brain knowledge could certainly has a few spellcasters, but their MO doesn't include removing people. However, there have been recent signs of people disappearing from Far Hollow. Yeah.
Any particular part of town, or just in general?
I mean, I'm not one of the guards, but from what I've heard, it has there's been some miners that have disappeared. One or two were semi-prominent. Others were just folk.
Okay.
Though the disappearance of them could have just been them wandering off and getting too drunk somewhere.
Possible connection then.
And one moment. What? Oh no, okay. This is going into a thing which you may or may not know. Nope. Come on. I know it's in this section. Okay. Oh, so you're not gonna have it going on. Okay, they're get had in the other section. That would have been nice. Let's see. Um, Nordheimer is aware of something more notable to the more to the town rather than its significance. Only significance that happened here. One of the people that has gone, been a patron of the city and never left, um, is was a human, um, tall person human. Um, only really known because the it was a human that disappeared versus a dwarf. Uh, and And given what's going on right now, this seems pertinent. She is aware that there was a goblin that was in theory doing something similar to what this goblin was doing actually. Um, some sort of um, some sort of peddler of salvage. That has that had gone poof. She's unaware of any others, but she never really was looking into it beyond making sure it didn't happen to her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but with that, it sounds like there's clearly something going on. Um, so what do you tell people want to do about it? I'm sure we can try to hunt for the source of it, or just report back into the what I'm assuming is the Moot Shield zero people, inform them what's happened, and they can use their clout to get you guys a audience with Lord.
Well, I want to, if we got disappearances and stuff to deal with, I'd like to at least attempt to poke around.
Oh, okay. Um, well, it is pretty late, and the FX festival is tomorrow.
Hmm.
Unless you want to poke around now.
How late is late?
You didn't spend that many hours. Night has fallen.
Is it, so was it like early evening, late evening?
We're talking about about 10 o'clock.
Okay, so about time to, that's like, okay, yeah, people are going to be wrapping up at this point, so yeah. Maybe ask around at the tavern a little bit, since the tavern might be open for a little while longer, and then head back to the ship for the night.
Okay. Okay. I guess. Oh, okay. Like I said, you guys can head back to the ship. Roadhammer is gonna find find somewhere else that's not your ship to sleep.
Mhm.
It's just your ship. So it sounds like then you're not at this point essentially turning in the
Not turning in the quest
stuff.
just not turning in the
Okay.
quest just yet. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Gonna at least make an effort to try and find this guy before.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I'd say if we see somebody we can give an update to, I'm happy to give them an update. It's like we're not done, we're not giving up yet, but this is the current situation. He seems to be have been dragged back to town.
Well, this is a bit meta, but I'll let you know if you inform Witcher of the current status as of now, they will take that as an answer.
Okay, then I will hold off then.
But yeah, because it's like they were well aware that this could have been not reported in due to having just died in the fields. So it's not like they're gonna blame you. It's like, oh no, just something bad happened to him. Oh, okay, that was always a possibility. It sucks, but it was a possibility. Okay. Okay. Butterhammer is gonna be glad to be your guide in the morning since you're gonna be more in the city than outside the city. And with that and the time, we can end there with with not just the missing lock, but apparently missing other things going on that has clearly piqued people's attention as certainly odd. Okay. Here we go. And next time, it sounds like the investigation will continue for at least a little bit, just for you guys trying to find out some extra things. From a GM standpoint, this is certainly going to be interesting. From a y'all standpoint, in a funny kind of way, this is still hard progress.
I'll take it.
Okay, interesting.
Good from point A to point B. That's the important thing.
Yeah. Though, the Rockheimer will insist that everyone tomorrow travels with some ales or something.
Travel with booze. I think we can arrange that.
Yes. That it is a festival after all. So it sounds like there won't be room for fun and games.
I don't know about that. Something else will look suspicious if we're just asking questions and not participating at all.
That's. I'm totally not saying that at all. Not indicating that the scenario actually has a list of fun and games to do.
Interrogating somebody over a drinking contest works a lot better.
Yeah. Funnily enough, I believe a drinking contest is one of the things you can do.
I would be surprised if it wasn't. Both because it's medieval and it's dwarves.
Well, it would not surprise me if the writer of a scenario didn't have it. But yeah, okay, and you guys, well, you guys don't yet have, you haven't done the turn, you haven't turned it in yet, so you guys are working on a connection to that group. So, okay.
I doubt we'll find him, or if we do, it'll end up causing us to jump a few pages in the book. But
It'll certainly be interesting.
But I have to at least put in the effort.
Oh no, I'm not admonishing at all. I'm just going, oh, this is a route. Okay. I will say that, and I've actually noticed this in some, not all, but some other scenarios that that there is not always a consideration for player persistence. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't really go into much more like I sometimes usually do, as I often do. Mainly because it's like, well, you definitely had progress. It clearly leads into what could quite possibly be a dangerous line of questions.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't really go into it that much.
Mhm.
Ooh, I will say though, smart using Bloodhound.
That was very, very good. That was a very good idea.
I mean, it made sense. Have Druid will travel, right?
Oh yeah, it works. All right. Nice. I will talk to you guys a bit later then.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you again, dude. I'll talk to you soon.
Yep. You're welcome.